Hello folks, and welcome to GED Microlearning, where we help you pass your GED math. So in today's episode of GED Hacks, I'm going to teach you how to change from mixed numbers to improper fractions. That's going to happen in part 1. Part 2, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to change from improper fractions back to mixed numbers. So before we start, let's remind ourselves what a mixed number is. So a mixed number looks like this. It has a whole number and it has a fraction. And what are improper fractions? So if you look at a regular fraction, you remember that the top number is called the numerator and the bottom number is called the denominator. Now, the thing that's different in an improper fraction is that the top number, the numerator, is actually larger than the denominator, as you can see here. Okay, so whenever you have a fraction where the top number is greater than the bottom number, that is known as an improper fraction. All right, so in part 1, what we're doing is we're going to move or change from mixed numbers there on the left to improper fractions there on the right. All right, so why don't you go ahead and change this mixed number to an improper fraction. Okay, so hopefully you had an attempt, you attempted that problem. If you haven't attempted it, I'm going to show you a hack or an easy method to do it. It's called the MAD method. So MAD is an acronym where the M stands for multiplication, the A for add, and the D for denominator. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to multiply. So you're going to multiply the whole number by the denominator. Okay, so 2 times 4, which is going to give you 8. Then the A stands for add. So you're going to add the numerator, in this case 3, plus the previous answer you got in part 1. Okay, so in part 1 you got 8. Now you're going to add 3 to that 8. So 8 plus 3 is 11. And then finally the denominator is going to be your new denominator, which happens to be the same as the old denominator. Okay, in this case 4. So 2 3/4 is actually equal to 11/4. All right, and this has just shown you how we went from a mixed number there on the left to an improper fraction. All right, so why don't you go ahead and have a stab at this one. Okay, so let's do the MAD method again. So multiply, right? So we're going to multiply 5 times 3, 15. Then we're going to add the 2, which is the numerator. So 15 plus 2, that's 17. And then finally the denominator, which we said is the new denominator is the same as the old denominator. In this case, the denominator is 3. So 5 2/3 is equal to 17/3. All right, so with this information that you just learned, we're going to go ahead and do a word problem. Okay, so I'm going to let you read the word problem and then stop the video and try to do it by yourself. Okay, so welcome back. So here's the problem. It says Sarah baked 3 boxes of cookies and had another 5 cookies, sort of surplus for the bake sale. Each box of cookies had 12 cookies inside. What is the total number of cookies Sarah baked expressed as an improper fraction? Okay, so we're starting with a mixed number here, right? Because we have 3 boxes of cookies. We know each box has 12 cookies. And then she had like a surplus of 5 cookies. Okay, so 5 out of 12 because each box contains 12 cookies. Okay, so that's the mixed number that we are starting with. And now we just have to go through the system, right? So the MAD method, we said multiplication. So we're going to multiply 3 times 12. That's 36. A for adding. So we're going to add the 36 that we just got plus that 5. Gives us 41. That's going to be our new numerator. And then denominator, we said, is the same as the old denominator, in this case 12. Okay, so we end up with 41/12. All right, and that's all there is, folks, to changing a mixed number to an improper fraction. All right, so in part 2, we're going to go in the opposite direction. So now we're going to change improper fractions to mixed numbers. So we've done this, mixed number to improper fraction, and now we're going to do the opposite. So let's say that they give you this improper fraction, okay? And notice that we call it an improper fraction because remember that we said that the numerator, the number in the top, is greater than the denominator, the number at the bottom. So what you have to do to change an improper fraction to a mixed number is actually do long division, okay? So what you would do is you would set up your division like this, okay? The denominator would be outside of the division sign, and the numerator, the 17, inside the little house, if you like, or the, division sign. Okay, so how many times does 3 go into 17? 5, right? And then we know that 3 times 5 is 15, so we would subtract 15 from 17, and that gives you 2. Okay, and that's it. You're done. So now, this top number here, that's going to be the whole number of your mixed number. This bottom number here, the remainder, is your numerator. And then the 3 is going to be your denominator. Okay, so we have that 17 over 3 is equal to 5 2/3. All right, so now let's apply this knowledge to a word problem. And you've already seen this problem before. Okay, so we just kind of rewrote it in a different way. So it says that Sarah baked 41 over 12 cookies for a bake sale. Each box contains 12 cookies. What is the total number of box cookies plus surplus cookies that she baked expressed as a mixed fraction? Okay, sorry, it should say mixed number, not mixed fraction. Okay, so we're starting out with an improper fraction, which is 41 over 12. And all we have to do now is, once again, set up our division, long division. So the 12, which is the denominator, is going to sit outside the division symbol, and the 41 is going to sit inside. So how many times does 12 go into 41? So approximately 3, right? Because 3 times 12 is 36. So if we subtract that 36 from the 41, that gives you 5, okay? And you're done. So the top number, remember, is going to be the whole number of the mixed number. The bottom number, the remainder, is going to be the numerator, and your denominator is the 12. Okay, so 41 over 12 is going to be equal to 3 5/12. Okay, so once again, 41 over 12 is going to be equal to 3 boxes in this case, and 5 over 12. Okay, folks, well, that's it from me. I hope you found this useful. Thank you so much for watching. If you found it useful, can you please give us a like, subscribe, share with your friends. As always, thank you ever so much for your time and attention, and I wish you a great rest of your day.